I cannot stress too much the importance of training your board of directors. Board of directors training is important whether it's a nonprofit or a for-profit organization. There are numerous organizations, national organizations, that provide training for members of boards of directors. However, I think it's really critical to understand that in your own organization, you're going to have to develop your own training package for your board of directors. Now, it's certainly important to be able to let each one of them know the history of the organization, where it came from, the defining moments in that organization, and to know what it is that's expected of the board members. But part of the training of the board of directors members individually doesn't get to the root of the matter when it comes to training your board of directors. It's very important that your board of directors work as a team. Even though there'll be people on the audit committee and the finance committee, there'll be people on the human capital committee or the employee relations committee. There'll be people that might investigate particularly mergers and acquisitions for your organization or in a nonprofit, whether you should be doing lobbying or not, or what your stance should be on particular issues, or how you improve services to those who use the activities of your nonprofit. In all those situations, what's really critical is a board of directors has to work together by knowing each of the skills, the best skills of each member of the board. And when it comes to the board of directors, our organization called the League, which stands for Leadership in Education, Energy, Environment, Governance, and Health. In our governance practice in our nonprofit organization, we train members of the board. Not only do we train them in terms of the history of the organization and how to best use their skills, but we also train the board members in organizational development issues, the committees and the committee structures, and we've trained boards of directors in order to use non-board members to help fill and staff some of the committee positions. We've trained boards on how to create waiting lists for their board of directors positions. We've also trained boards on issues like term limits and how you move people who've been on the board for a long time into an equally significant position, whether it's a board of trustees or becoming an emeritus or a non-voting member of the board. You never want to lose the skills of a great board member. On the other hand, you do want new blood and new life to come into your board of directors. One of the final areas where we help provide training and governance help for the board of directors is in the area of board evaluation. In my course called 21st Century Standards and Practices for Boards of Directors, it's offered by BISC Education to accountants who want to get continuing professional education, I talk a lot about the importance of boards not just looking at the new fads and new fields like sustainability, and that is a new important field, but also looking at self-assessment, at board evaluation, at 360-degree feedback, at written evaluations of the CEO, and about the critical need for a board of directors always to have a decision support memo behind every vote. And that decision support memo will state specifically what the issue was, what the board voted for, and why the board made that decision. I cannot stress too much that so many organizations are led by informal boards meeting infrequently, and we just don't tap into the wisdom of people who really want to contribute to your organization working well. I hope that you'll find the board of directors training, either provided by the League or many other providers out there, is something that your organization will use year in and year out to improve the productivity, the effectiveness, and the overall contribution your board of directors can make. Thank you.